Hey everybody, Minleaf here, YouTube's most skill issue gamer. Welcome to Arknights Annihilation 24, New Hotel Avenue. So this Annihilation is based off the So Long Adele enemies, including Dolly will show up as well. So a little bit scary, but thankfully all the enemies are the weaker versions of the event. Yeah, so no strong enemies, no like super strong versions. Anyway, this is the team that I use, which is Ines, Myrtle, Blaze, Thorns, Aya, Alter. Waifu is basically any high attack fast redeploy except merchants like Jaye. I mean, if you want to bring merchants, sure, but maybe you have to bring two of them because the cooldown is not the same as fast redeploy. So I'm going to be using Waifu because she has the highest attack. Saria S1, Moina S3, and I'm going to borrow my friend's Typhon S2 where the module is the best. And let's go. This Annihilation is actually really easy. I know everyone doesn't like Dolly. I know I don't like Dolly, but thankfully Dolly isn't too difficult in this event. Okay, I mean, if you don't have Ines, you can just... Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't have Ines, just substitute with a... Oh, wrong place. You don't have Ines, substitute with any sort of Pioneer Vanguard. I've tested it before. Someone like Texas will work. Yeah, so like 5-star Texas works too. But Ines is obviously very good because she has very high attack. Okay, Typhon on this tile facing left. Activate her first skill the first time. Drop down Thorny. So for the time being, everything will be A-okay. Activate Ines again for the extra DP. Aya on this, no, one tile lower. Aya one tile lower. Charge everyone, including killing Typhon. This is why Aya is good. Later on, there's a lot of burn damage, but that's okay as well. Okay, time to start activating the sheep and spreading the white steam. Okay, Thorn's first time. I realize that's a very bad phrasing, Thorn's first time. Okay. Now I'm gonna drop down no, retreat. Retreat Ines. Actually, shouldn't have retreated so early. That's okay, I still have Myrtle. Drop down Saria on this tile. Any direction. Saria S1 by the way. Also by the way, because Thorns is in the... Okay, in case you guys don't remember the mechanics of the Dolly event, the So Long Adele event, is that in White Steam, your operators will be a lot stronger and the enemies will be weaker. In Pink Steam, it will be reversed. That means your operators will be weaker in Pink Steam, meaning they'll take more damage and your enemies will take less damage in Pink Steam. Also, if you're next to this, the decorative geyser, like in a cross, the cardinal directions, when you hit an enemy, you will generate white steam. So you see right, okay, but you see right there, there's like, if you look closely, there's like a split second where it changes from white to black. I mean white to pink. And I'm going to deploy Ines there. I'm also going to deploy Blaze on, not this tile, sorry, on this tile. And also I want to, there's a sheep, there's hidden sheep here. Gotta activate all these hidden sheep. I realize Ines is actually not doing much. For the first like 100 or so enemies, the enemies will only spawn from these two boxes. So how it goes is that most of the enemies that spawn from these 5 red boxes are quite weak and they can all be destroyed by Thorns and Ines if you want for some help, and Blaze and Typhon. The problem is, okay, let's deploy Moina on this tile facing down. Is Dolly will spawn on this from this red box, go around here a few times, then wait, no, Dolly will go down first, I think. Okay, whatever it is, Dolly will actually take a very long time before going to the blue box, so you don't have to worry too much about Dolly. Like, trust me, Dolly is not the main threat. If you're doing this on like lower levels, Dolly is really not the main threat. The main threat are all the other enemies. Okay, let me deploy Waifu, and I forgot to change Waifu to S1. Guys, if you're using Waifu, use S1, not S2. That's a little mistake on my part, but it's fine. Yeah, I feel like Ines isn't doing much here on this tile. I want to redeploy her to there. Okay, meanwhile up here again. Yeah, like I said, Waifu S1 is better if you use Waifu. If you use another fast redeploy, if you only have Gravel, for example, Gravel works too. Gravel works too. I'm just using Waifu again because she deals more damage. Also, you see that tile turn from pink to white because of Thorns, the decorative geyser. Okay, the Ines down. I also need to expose this tile right here, because otherwise Typhon will be in danger. Oh, it turned... wait, why did it activate? Okay, whatever. There's also one more tile here above Saria, and that needs to be quote-unquote exposed. I really wish I brought waifu S1, but whatever. I've had enough of complaining about it. I think this part is actually quite boring right now. In fact, I think I'll probably be speeding up a few parts of this a few gameplay parts. If you want to use a strategy similar to mine, just keep generating DP. Like I said, Enos is not necessary. If you have someone like Texas, I'm going to retreat Enos right now. If you have someone like Texas 5-star, or even someone like Courier, Scavenger, maybe Zima, or even another Flag Bearer Vanguard if you want, use them. If you have Bagpipe, use Bagpipe. That's all. So, I guess it's time for me to skip. By the way, guys, I'm just gonna pause real quick here, is that you can see I'm just using Moina as a panic button. You don't have to be too too strict with the Moina timing. Honestly, he actually recharges quite fast on this stage, even if you don't bring in someone like Warfarin or Telopsis. So back to AFK. Okay guys, I'm just gonna jump back in again. Another thing you need to take note of is to try and make sure that there's no ping steam. So that's why waifu is here. Okay, so that's the only thing I'll do, I think, which is to like the extra thing I will say is to make sure that there's no ping steam near your operators, especially the very weak operators the high ground operators like Typhon and Aya, because otherwise they'll be in trouble. Because they are high ground. So that one, you see, that one actually hit Thorns, and they didn't hit Blaze. It didn't hit Thorns though, it hit Blaze. But yeah, you guys get the point. So back to AFK again. Okay guys, a bit of a mistake. It would seem that actually Dolly doesn't spawn. It's my mistake. Oops, that was also a very bad mistake. Is that Dolly doesn't actually spawn from up there. Dolly spawns from the center. It's fine though. So what we're gonna do is very simple. We're going to burst down Dolly. We have Enos already hitting Dolly. And then as soon as Dolly falls, because you see, and then just do this. Moina. Phase 1 done. That's it. Dolly will basically take two parts, which is first we're going to burst down Dolly here in this area, phase 1. Then after that, phase 2. Yeah, phase 2 we are going to wait for Dolly to complete his rounds over here. Like I said, he'll circle this area a few times and then go all the way back down here and circle this area a few times before going to the blue box. And we're going to kill Dolly again in this area. Now I'm going to retreat Eunice. I'm also going to throw down the steam to make sure that Saria doesn't explode, because you see Saria doesn't have elemental healing. Okay, so remember that Dolly... Okay, you guys might be wondering what Dolly does in phase 1 and phase 2. Honestly, if you have a burst strategy like mine, you don't have to worry. But what Dolly does is that in phase 1... right now you can just AFK because Dolly in phase 2 does not attack, okay? That's one thing about Dolly phase 2. So what would happen is that in Dolly phase 1, Dolly will of course use a ranged arts attack, and then Dolly will also lay down target an operator and then spray ping steam down the entire column of that operator. Okay, so the entire column will be turned in pink, and you will see that because there will be like a crosshair aimed on the operator. In this case it's Moina, because Moina is the taunt. So, and then There's also the shield. So what happens is that the shield cannot be destroyed. I'm also going to activate Moina's skill right here, knock down the shield a bit as well. Okay, what will happen is that with this shield, okay, this shield of Dolly is that Dolly will take a lot of reduced damage from this particular shield. Okay, I think it's like 80% less physical and arts damage. The only way to break this shield is to either use this one, the steam soda bottle, which destroys, I believe, 50 points. The shield has 150 points on Annihilation and the Dolly event itself, like the normal stage, 150 points. Let me destroy this crate right now, and then now Dolly will be caked. So what will happen is that 150 points of the shield you can only destroy if you use the steam soda bottle, or you attack if next to the decorative geyser. So you know this geyser? Okay. So, oh, he's actually not... Wait, Dolly's actually not in Moina's range. That is kind of funny. But Moina does true damage, so it doesn't matter. At least not to me. And Dolly's dead. Okay, it seems like I killed Dolly a little bit too fast. Is this Dolly nerfed or something? I feel like this Dolly is like slightly weaker. Anyway, I mean, you guys can go look at the wiki to learn more about Dolly, but I think I'll just explain what Dolly does. So as I was saying, phase 1 Dolly, also as you can probably guess, Dolly is actually an aerial unit, though technically it's low altitude hovering. Okay, so what happens is that he has a shield and will take greatly reduced, I think it's 80% arts and physical damage. This shield can be destroyed with the steam soda and also from the decorative geyser. Okay, so first phase 1 called Airy Dolly, as you see this one locks onto a unit and lets loose a vertical line of fire. So like I said earlier, which is making the entire row pink steam. And then after that, unintentional explosion is that from right to left, he will ignite all of the pink steam, the carmine steam, okay, explode, deal arts and also the burn elemental damage. And I mean, if you have area alter, burn damage is a joke. I mean, all the elemental damage is a joke. And then after number 2, okay, so phase 2 cannot attack, which is why my Typhon was safe. But now he will drop pink steam everywhere, and then he will deal arts damage and burn damage if he bumps into an enemy. So I think I didn't see it, but if I look back at the footage, Blaze I think took some arts damage and burn damage as well. And then after this, Dolly will no longer use the like the lock on, so Dolly cannot create any more pink steam except if he travels over it, and he will only use the explosion attack once he falls down. Or I think I should, to be more specific, it's after he gets up. So he gets up after he falls down, because he only falls down for about 15 seconds, which is why burst strategy is very good. Anyway, that's it for Annihilation 24. Like I said, this was super simple. Again, the main threat is not Dolly, it's honestly all the other enemies. My suggestion is that if you have very good DPS, kill them all in this area. Okay, this area right here. Typhon is very good because of her long range and her very high damage. If you don't have good DPS, I think you can try to stall using someone like Ethan. But it's not that difficult. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully you guys look forward to the... What else is coming next? Oh yeah, chapter 14 is coming soon. Thank you all so much for watching. See you around. Bye bye.